Hi, and welcome to Theo-Political Talk. Anyway, another day and another mass shooting. This one in Texas. My heart goes out to them and to the families of those who've lost their loved ones. But anyway, what can be said that hasn't already been said before? It's always about lip service from the right. It's not about actions. And so, as a result, there's no action coming from the corrupt Republican Party and some Democrats too. When the majority of the people in America, including Republicans, agree that there should be an assault weapons ban, but the party leaders don't agree, guess who wins? But as I've said before, this is the MO of the Republican Party and its leadership. They say one thing, but they do another. The truth is that the NRA is in their pockets. But there is another truth, an inconvenient truth. And that is that the Republican base, the Republican voters, still support and vote for these idiots. They vote for these wolves in sheep's clothing. I wonder what keeps these people, what keeps the base from seeing the obvious. A political party and a religious movement that fight for the unborn. Yeah, right. But do nothing at all, except maybe take away rights to those who are born. You know, there's some people out there who think that I'm kind of too harsh on religion and Christianity in particular. And I am, because the majority of them are hypocrites. The majority of them are liars. They are haters. They are angry. They are violent. Insurrection, anyone? They divide and separate rather than unite and bring together. So the left should probably do the one thing that probably a long time coming, right? Something that will get these religious zealots from trying to enforce their religious dogma on the rest of society. I think it's time we remove their tax exemption. That's what we should do. Because you know what? That's a privilege. That's a gift. And right now, they're not even respecting the Constitution or the separation of church and state. Instead, they go in the opposite direction with extreme pushing of their dogma on secular society. But as I said, take away that tax exemption, and then maybe we can go back to being a civilized people, a people who can start to protect its inhabitants and its planet, rather than trying to bring about Armageddon and some mythical return of a Messiah. And so what I say is, if you really believe in a supposed prophecy of your Bible and the power of God, and keep your stinking little hands off of everything. God doesn't need any stinking human agents to bring about his intentions. Get out of politics. Get off the social media platforms spewing your dogma. Keep to yourself. You know why? Because the Bible's purpose is to transform you, the reader. It's not to be used as a tool or a weapon to judge others, or to try to come up with new ways and ideas of how you can punish people you don't agree with. Isn't hell sufficient for the so-called sinners? Then why do you have to actually bring hell on earth and more punishment? Hypocrites. People that call themselves the children of God, yet behave as minions of Satan. Take a look in the mirror. There is your real enemy. And I say this to the children of God, the supposed children of God, because I realize I'm not going to change the mind of a wealthy person. I'm not going to be able to change the mind whose mind is filled with hatred and bigotry. So I can only hope that I can change the mind of those who are misinformed, to put it mildly. That's our only hope. Let me just end with this. If your leaders are protecting guns more than protecting people, it's time for them to go. That simple. That's it for now. Until next time, I wish you all peace and God's blessing.